Okay. That's my newest.
Yeah. In Colombia, and they were all coming. Those days you could go in the late 60s, you just walk in off the street and say, can I play you my music? But if they didn't have time, they'd call you back, even. Give us your number, we'll call you back. Because they were just looking for any kind of rare, interesting talent. Now these days, it's all like, send us your tape, you're lucky you get a listen. It's really very difficult to work these days. But before 20 years, you could just walk in off the streets. I played an audition for Columbia Records just walking in off the street. A little wild-eyed kid out of upstate New York, hits the New York streets with his cowboy hat and his leather and take this whole thing in here. And nothing could stop me back then. Nothing was in my way. And then after I went to Juilliard, it was just self-conscious. Totally self-conscious. Everything I did, I was no longer, didn't have the pizzazz. And then I flipped my lid. And then after I got put on straight again, I got a little bit of my pizzazz back. But that pizzazz I had at 17, 18 was really, late 60s. You could conquer and get there. Those were the good old days. I got 2 contracts. And it was pretty hard to make it back then without a guitar. It's like a purple hair. Keyboard. Back then it was always Jimi Hendrix or no-go.
Have a beer.
Yes, we'll send this to Joe Franklin in New York, WOR-TV.
Okay.
Joe Franklin was the only guy who gave me a TV spot. I'll take off my hat. You ever get to see the Joe Franklin show? It starts off at 12th Street Rag. Did you ever see that?
No.
Comes out at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's a talk show. This guy is the worst. This guy's the worst hamburger you ever made in your life. You come over, he says, you want to. He says, I can help out your career. I'm going to help you out, Paul. You need some arranging. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you for you. And you call him up after 2 weeks. And Joe, I'm starving. Oh, come over. I'll treat you to a hot dog. We'll go down to the street. We'll buy a hot dog. From one of these caddies.
Big of you.
One of them little stands. And if you want something to drink, I'll have some whatever they call it.
Really
seltzer. I'll have some seltzer. You want to go to a restaurant with drinks and stuff? That guy was really a case. It was the first person who gave a lot of people a space on TV, including Barbra Streisand.
Yeah.
And he's got the old tapes, and he's really proud. Look, I got Barbra Streisand on TV before anybody else. Lord knows she was so hard up, she had to go on the Joe Franklin show. Boy, does he have a collection of basket cases of his show. I played a very radical jazz piece on the show. And it was so funny the way he introduced me. He says, we have now a new up-and-coming composer in the New York area. His name is Paul Amrod, graduate of the Juilliard School. Is that right, Paul? And I said, yeah, you got that right. Well, anyway, he's going to play, he's going to be the new Elton John. No question about it. And you saw it first on the Joe Franklin show. It's really too much. And then the camera comes in and I was like, completely radical jazz music, Didn't have any relation to Elton John whatsoever. And it was so funny because all my rock buddies from the rock days, I told them all about, hey, look, I'm going to be on the Joe Franklin show, which got repeated at 9 o'clock in the morning. The funny thing was I slept through the first run. I didn't make it because the show was so boring. I fell asleep and I woke up 10 minutes later and my phone was ringing. Hey, Paul, did you see yourself? You look great. It was great. Shit. Because it was already over. And I called up the Joe Franklin show immediately. I says, Joe, you going to rerun that? Yeah, don't worry. It'll be on in the morning. What you do, miss it? Yeah, I was coming back from a jazz gig. I just didn't get back. Didn't lie to Mrs. Paul. If I told them the truth, your show was so boring that I fell asleep before my run. Why don't you get some interesting guests on the show? There's somebody talking about, I don't know what it was, some malarkey about, children's right to politics in high school. How they should have some sort of voice. You know, I actually believed in what the girl was saying, but she was so boring. She was like this little, like 6 or 7 years too late. What was it? These things, Democratic. She was trying to revive. Yeah, right. She was trying to revive. She was like a little teapot with a Brooklyn accent. It's like she was a cheerful. And there is some diet specialist out there.
Already terrible.
Almost what? In July?
Well, yeah, it's happening real quick.
Well, I noticed that there was definitely a speeding up of time around 35, right? Not just
Oh, definitely. Well, how old are you now?
36.
Oh, okay.
You're not washing dishes, you're cleaning the cabinet.
Vince.
Well, here's the house. It's still Sunday afternoon, the 28th of June. And you can see the difference here from 1 month ago, I'm sure. We got a little bit of green. It's starting to come up. A lot of plants over there by the front of the house still. And I'll show you the back in a little while. Big, big changes. Here's the same field and all that you saw from the balcony window, the first film we sent you from our new house. Only this afternoon,